casual chords and modern day
blue mowing machine that's become a household name, turning untamed grass into lovely lawn. But Victa has not always been confined to making earthbound lawnmowers. As Graham Archer reports, it once also built a Victa capable of taking to the skies.
Zip on the doodah, hear all the news. 3 mighty new Victors in colourful hues.
Some blokes just can't wait to get home, head for the shed and muck about with their Victors.
So zip on the doodah, you'll hear people say, Victor's better than ever, so test drive today.
No question it's the Aussie thing to do, and we've located a mob of about 50 who like nothing better on a Saturday arvo than to take a run up at the long grass. You're right, that's not a rotary mower, but it is a Victa. And this lot are not heading for their grass cutters, but their aircraft. You see, this is a collection of collectors, the Victa Air Tourer Association, touching down at Loxton in South Australia's Riverland. Pilots with a passion for the first Australian-designed and mass-produced aircraft, built by you-know-who in the 1960s, and more than capable of turning grass into launch.
I'm proud of it. These geriatrics flying around the countryside and doing something that the kids would like to do, it's got quite an accomplishment.
Some, like Alan Wood, may be a bit long in the tooth, but they're certainly not short of experience or praise for the little Aussie flyer.
There's scarcely been an all-round aeroplane to measure up to this one.
And then there's Stuart Crickoff, a former 727 captain. So what's it like getting out of a 727 and hopping in an air tourer?
Well, it's like getting out of a truck, I suppose, and into a sports car.
So you'd rather fly the air tourer?
Oh, well, I like both, but I have great satisfaction flying the air tourer. It's really fun.
And that satisfaction is obvious when the old buffers get airborne.
Coming up and rolling to the left.
Oh, wow. Despite being built by a lawnmower company, this little plane has plenty of fans. But like so many Australian industries, the history of the air tourer is yet another riches to rags saga.
Well, the company eventually could have been making millions of dollars by exporting those aircraft.
The real old man of the air in this unfortunate history is the plane's designer, Dr. Henry Millicer, now 83, still flying and still designing aircraft. Henry is the man who improved the bubble on the Boeing 747, made grass land in a grass catcher, and in 1953 won a British competition with his design of the remarkable air tourer. But the Poms wouldn't pay up.
We didn't get the main prize, which was going to be the manufacture, or the money to manufacture the first 2 prototypes.
So Henry built a wooden version, and that's when the Victa company decided to get off the grass.
Gary Richardson, who was an aerobatic champion of Australia, as a governing director of Victa Lawnmower Company, flew the aeroplane, loved its aerobatic qualities. They asked me to come to Sydney, and they engaged me, and we built the aeroplane and put it into production.
But just when the enterprise appeared to be gaining real momentum, having produced over 160 aircraft, a now familiar scenario unfolded. The project was shot down by a flood of cheap imports.
Within less than a month, they dropped their prices overnight, all 3 of them, and Victa went broke.
To add insult to injury, a New Zealand company bought the rights and the RAAF had to import the plane to use as its frontline trainer.
It was like trying to buy back our own inheritance.
As for Henry's admirers, they'll always believe the air tourer was the real classic to emerge from the Victa factory. Do you have a Victa lawnmower by any chance?
I do, as a matter of fact, yes. I fly the air tourer much better than the Victa, but I get my hands on the air tourer once a week, on average, yes, I do that. The lawnmower I can leave for a couple of weeks, and it doesn't worry me.
The dry grass all wet to grass, there's only one way. Mow with the Victa and zip through the day.
They're great. Graham Archer reporting on those